Hey, have you heard? Interest rates went down yesterday from 4.75 to 4.5%. Bank of Canada made the announcement. You might be saying, Andrew, I have the internet. I've seen this already. In fact, you're probably almost a day late behind telling people this. But here's the thing. It's not about that specifically. Yes, that's an important thing. The context of it and what's going to happen in the housing market specifically with it is what's important. So that's what I'm going to talk to you about here next just a couple of minutes real quick. So here we go. First of all, of course, Bank of Canada cuts interest rates. All you guys have seen it. If you haven't seen it, surprise. There's 2 cuts in 2 months, which is very, very important, by the way, kind of a pattern, and I'll tell you why that's important specifically in a pattern-wise. And the other thing I would make a note of, very, very important here, is this little ditty here. He said, that guy, he's pretty important. He's got a pencil and glasses. It must be important. Okay, he said it would be reasonable to expect further rate cuts if inflation continues to ease. It would be reasonable. One thing, guys, if you haven't watched my market updates or anything, I always say, hey, beautiful people, this is Andrew the Realtor. Welcome to the Housing Market Update. I do it every month, and I get lots and lots of views. Well, for me, it's lots of views anyway. Here's the thing. Wording is very, very important. They say this. He said it would be reasonable to expect further rate cuts. Yes, he said inflation, blah, 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 all these other little prerequisites and such. But wording is very important because this is not the wording they were using before. Wording is important when people in politics or bank or anything like this talk. And in this case, what it's going to be doing is going to have this effect on the psychology of buyers that are in the market or thinking of entering the market. So moving forward, move this down a little bit, forgive me. So Bank of Canada cuts its rates. We saw that. It was on Wednesday, just yesterday. News conference will be reasonable to expect further rate cuts if inflation continues to ease. You're going to be hearing that a lot. You're going to be not only a rate cut, but also possible 1 to 2 cuts later this year. Of course, I've been saying that already, but nonetheless. Widely expected by economists. I expected the same thing, especially after I saw the inflation numbers for last month, which were 0.2 lower than the month before. Second consecutive cut, very important, pattern developing. And of course, cut last month in June, it cut rates for the first time since March of 2020. So over 4 years of insanely quick, historically quick increase of interest rates, screwing over a lot of people. But nonetheless, since March 22. So we got a big thing. This is kind of a thing here. Inflation continues to ease broadly in line with our forecast. It's reasonable to expect further. See it? Reasonable. They used words on purpose, and this is important. So what's this going to have? What effect will it have? Andrew, what the heck are you trying to tell me here? Here, look at this. So context, inventory is an all-time high right now. As of the end of July, which we're in right now, inventory is an all-time high. It's 24,800 active listings. Watch my market updates. I'll catch you up on specifically what that means. But it's supposed to be basically a buyer's market, but it isn't quite because the market is still moving, albeit it's moving a little bit slowly. So what's this mean to you? If you're thinking of selling, a second rate cut will start tweaking buyers' psychology. Psychology is enormous in the housing market. People think of algorithms and the economy, blah, blah, blah. In reality, it's supply and demand, and the psychology on both sides is incredibly important. Buyers have been sitting on the fence for a long time, especially condo buyers. So if you're a condo seller, look forward to quite possibly, I really do think so, increase in activity, increase in showings, and increase in offers on your properties, because as rates go down, not only is it mathematically lower payments biweekly or monthly, but also psychologically, buyers see a light at the end of the tunnel. 2 cuts already and possibly 1 or 2 more by the end of the year. Maybe we should get into the market. If you're thinking of buying, the other option here, with 2 rate cuts and the likelihood of 1 to 2 more cuts this year, you, my dear buyer, are going to have more competition soon. Even this week, I had someone ask me when the market is going to be price is going to go down. We're just waiting for the price to go down. Guys, seriously. Obviously, these are not people who watch my market updates, but it's not going to happen. Guys, with almost 25,000 active listings, the prices last month went down 1.6% on average. 1.6. It means the same thing, and that's year over year. So please keep that in mind. Overall, prices are not going to go down. With 2 rate cuts and more coming up, you know what happens with the prices when that happens? They don't go down. They go up, which is what's going to happen. Tremendously? No. Crazy? Absolutely not. But a modest increase upwards, certainly not a decrease. So for all the usuals, and that's people, like I just said, who are thinking when the market's going to come down, waiting for the bubble burst, waiting for the market crash, guys, stop waiting. Stop waiting for the prices to drop. Listen to professionals like myself, others who probably tell you the same thing as well. Get in the market now. So, guys, Andrew the Realtor, I thank you very much for your attention. Now, listen, guys, I do this on a monthly basis in terms of the market updates. I have these little random things sometimes. The whole point is to provide you guys with information. Why? Part of my business, part of the way I get business, the fact that I actually have information. Not only that, I'm able to prove the information that I have, and I'm able to make it contextualize it in such a fashion that you, normal people who aren't market nerds like me, actually get to use it in a way to buy and sell a good house. So, guys, have a great rest of the month, and Andrew the Realtor, if you need anything real estate,